We are live.
We are live. So, thanks for tuning into this video today. I'm here with Izaias, who's a Mayan shaman here in San Marcos at Lake Atitlan in Guatemala. And we're going to talk today about many things, about the Mayan calendar and about the energy of this year and how we can work with this, and yeah, very much. So, Izaias, how are you doing today?
Very good, and you?
Yeah, amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, Dante, for doing this invitation to be present, to be able to be online, to be present with all moments, with all the energy that is presenting to us every day. And here we are. Thank you for all of you that you're watching or being pendant about this day or this event. So before we go further, I would like to invite everyone to join us for our little prayers to welcome this day. Today is 3 week, or 6 week, and we are in the moon, or we are on the month, or trecena. We call it ikilat in our language, and anil. So anil, this is today, which is began 3 days ago. So it is the day of abundance, of seeds, of good intention, of being weak, being humble, but also asking the strength of the sun to help to rise all that vibration, that abundance that we have inside, which is in all of us. We have that abundance in all of us. We have that abundance of food, of energy, of the good things that we want to do. May it mature in our lives, and we're asking the good health of the children. So this energy speaks about. It's represented by the rabbit. So let's please make this prayer. Bring your hands together in front of you, and thank you for all of you that you're watching and joining us. Do all use your language and use your inner knowing language to connect with yourself. Nimla kushka nimla kushule. Tikonel awashanel kisanel sinila naka. Nimla nimla sakimla ha kush kushka kushule. Tiakik aslima tiakik ilha. Malkiosh nimla malkiosh nimla sakimla nimla chunil. Nimla suits nimla moyev. Malkiosh nimla ha hoyota ah chohya titlang. Okachapen okakwan panaka. Malkiosh chohya matitlang. Okayon akag tsiban okanikun. Chotak huyo chotak taka nimla hahaw. Nimla nimla sak nimla haw. Malkiosh nimla hahaw. Malkiosh nimla kushka kushule. Oshitsi oshati hoshit sak nimla haw. Nimla tsibanel. Nimla toronel. Nimla kunanel. Nimla hahaw. Takatagat kiyot kabir. Takatagat sihkin nimla haw. Tatsibahay nimla kaban. Tatsibahay ni hoch na kanot nimla hahaw. Nimla hahaw. Kasi panaka. Nimla nimla sak nimla haw. Malkiosh kushka kushule. Malkiosh nimla kanil awikila kachumila ti tehin kanataka. Kasi ha. Kachami arhul ko ati kitsuyo wacha. Porhiyo pataka. Nimla huyo taka nimla haw. Kasi nimla haw. Maktakshukubal mikbal. Kasi nimla haw. Kasi nimla haw. Kasi nimla haw. Anil. Kasi nimla haw. Ritikal. Sa iba pumarka sa pulew kiriwa. Palengke wa siya tungkin tanarosh malta kalikaba. Kasi panak makan makuyin maktakah. Korista siwatl korpukatepetl. Nimla nimla sakit kasi panak maka. Ri teotiwakan ri tenoch titlang. Nimla maktak kuyin maktakah civilizaciones cooperativas. Iko chibo iko nativos americanos ko apaches. Kore Lakota si kortak tuhin ha. Kasi nimla haw iko pari Machu Picchu, nimla sakas iko nimla pari Valle Sagrado. Nimla sakto pre Amazonia, para Sierra de Santa Marta, para Sierra Nevada. Imak codis, ya casi maktak templos, maktak doncellas, maktak reyes, maktak akpopap, akpopimam, akpopiche, akpopakpua, kalil, akpamahal, akpopelet, akpopelet, at akpopichikya, kalimos. Imos lasak. Ya casi panakaka. Nimlak suits, nimlak mayek, nimlak tek, nimlak yek. Shukbal mikbal, nimlak ihnis, Sintsut khila, sinah kakchikela, Kuyut taka, kusakit. Mateo.
Mateo.
So, welcome again for those that you have joined us today. And as you hear a lot of noise, that's the day of a lot of barks by the dogs. And today's the day of the dogs, the day of the ruler. Today's the day of loyalty, of love, of trust, confidence. And that's why there's a lot of interactions going on around here. So it's a beautiful day. So
before we continue, I may just want to be aware if this is loud enough. Are you guys hearing this clearly? Can you give like a thumbs up if you can hear our voices? We may have to move the camera a bit closer. It doesn't even hurt to move. Can you move the chair a little bit closer? Beautiful, yeah. Okay, it'll definitely hear us from here. But speaking louder is going to be helpful.
Yeah. So how are we going to begin? Where are we going to start today? So we can begin about what we're doing here. Well, my name is Izaias, and I born in San Marcos, and I'm a father and husband, and my wife and I are trained to be shamans, and we have discovered our paths a long time ago, and I have been in this doing fire ceremonies from 9 years ago. So my marriage was part of my requirements to be a shaman. So anyway, here I am. I've been doing this fire ceremonies on this lands, which is the lands of Lake Atitlan. So oops, we have some things we have to adjust.
They said louder would be good. So I'm just moving a little bit closer.
Okay, good. So
tripod needs to cooperate. How's that? Better now? Okay.
I think so. It's good.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have been doing ceremonies here around this place, and giving the honor, connecting and praying to all these energies, to all these beautiful things that we have around here that it has forgotten. So it's connecting back and praying, giving life to everything, to every element, to every spirit that connects us, that makes us feel alive. So here we are being in this land, and we have forgotten about our roots. So and helping other people to connect themselves with their roots, helping other people to connect themselves with their spirit, with who they are, instead of just pretending. So it's connecting back to your true spirit, with who you are, with what your stars is, with what your moon is, with what it surrounds you. Where's the moon when you were born? Where's the clouds if you're born during the day? If it was like full moon, then those energy we have forgotten. We only speaks about our parents. We have only speaks about the days, but we have forgotten about the night. The night also hides energy, below, hides energy beyond. There's more energy. So energy that also it hides the moon. What is our grandmother moon says about? We only speaks about our parents. We have forgotten about our grandmother. She infuses the energy through our father. And if you pay attention to the tree of your of life, I don't know how you call that. That you can see your roots. That what you're doing, like as a child, as a person, see what your grandfather used to do. You're repeating some patterns from there, not necessarily come from your father. So you can see things in there. So go and look up. So here we are. So today is the day of Trecena. So I want to begin on the day of Wakshaki Noh. Wakshaki, which is the number 8. So this day began on 20th of February. 20th of February was the day of 8 Noh, which is the 5 days previous than that. It was day of silence. It was called day time out of time. So it's day of silence. It's called Wayep. So you prepare yourself to receive your king. You clean your house. You pay your debts. You forgive. You forget. You clean your house. You clean your health. So this is what you do in this 5 days. So you prepare yourself to meet your government. So the 20th of February was the meeting of your government. So you do your bundles. So it's like I am going to give examples. So through these 5 days, you're beginning to do your bundle of offerings. You're putting your intention and putting rose, putting a seed, putting another herb, putting this, putting that. You're asking something to your Lord. You're asking something to the government. And the government is about to begin. It's called Pope. And the Pope, for that day, Pope means king. So Pope for that day is called 8 Noh. So when we are an 8 Noh, we do a bigger ceremony with incense, with seeds, with herbs, with sacred sticks. We put an offerings there, and we bring flowers, and we ask God, we ask that king to come. We ask all the spirits to come to us, to come to that ceremonies. And then when we know our nawal, then we take our offerings and we place our offerings, our solicitude, to the ear of God, to these offerings that we're giving to God. So we give it to the Spirit, and all these spirits are receiving all this beauty, all these offerings that we're giving. So when we give that, when we put our intention, then it's received. So all these practices, we still do it. It's in our memories, and many of us, now we are forgetting. So I am a member of a group called Usam. So our intention is to bring flames, to bring fire, to do in these altars. So these altars are not shut, they are not closed. Like we see in San Marcos, there's many access are privatized because many people have sold their lands and they didn't put in their paper that there's an access to the ancient place. Now it's closed. So we want to do something legal in Guatemala. We want to help all these places to be open, so you that you're watching this, So you can come here and place your offerings to these ancient places. This is what we believe. Because God, the spirit of nature, it's there. That's where it has left. So anyway, this is what we do. This is what we believe. So we are on the 8 Noh. Number 8 is the number of the mind, number of the justice, and many people are afraid of this number, which is the Lord for this year. I can see that why people are afraid, because these people who are afraid is because they see the teacher is bad, is wrong, because it's bigger, because we don't want to be disciplined, we don't want to be corrected, we don't want to do the right thing, because we like to be like, to just be free and do whatever we want to do. But there are a few things that we need to correct in our life, and with our mind we see that it's wrong, so that's why we're afraid. So when you go and see this weird person, you see is bad, you see us, you're wrong, he's wrong, because he's not normal. And we were speaking about like what is normal. So what is normal anyway? So everyone is unique. So this teacher of 8, it has his character. So this 8 energy of 8, it's square, it's minded, it's rational mind. So Noh, it's the mind, it's the brain. Noh, it's the brain, it's the ideas, strategies. This energy helps us to be wise, to be strong with your mind, to pay attention to what you're thinking, to pay attention to what you're creating. Noh, it's wisdom. Noh is knowledge. So use your knowledge well, so you're not manipulated. Use your knowledge and do not assume, because you like to assume. Do not assume. Do it with truthful. Do not just imagine. So you imagine a lot and you assume the life of other people, and this is not right. So this energy, it speaks about how to reprogram our mind, so we can release, so we can let go of the brakes that we are retaining in our mind, because we like to be like, we want to do things what we want to have other people to do. So we have to study, we have to know what is our rights as human. We have to know, so we're not manipulated, because this energy teaches us it doesn't like to be manipulated. So we want to know more. We are curious, so we want to know more about it. It's a very good energy. So so you don't get to be manipulated, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of forces out there that attempt to manipulate us right now. Do you see this like 8 Noh energy as having something to do with everything that's going on right now with this pandemic and big changes in the world? Like, what does this energy say to those changes in the world and what we're facing?
Oh, Noh, it's also the energy of the movement, energy of the earth. It's the earth energy. And this energy, we use it a lot, that it is in your knees. So it's the movement of your knees. It's trembling. It's shaking you off this dust that you have on you. It's shaking you off all the things that you don't need. It's like this energy is like shaking the trees to loosen all the leaves, dead leaves off of the trees, to release things that is not necessary. So this energy, has been going around here? We call it sickness. You can call it sickness. You can call it messenger. You can call this energy that is needed in earth. What we have done in China, what we have done in the US, what we have not like in the big cities and big factories. There's a lot of smokes, a lot of contamination we have done. What we have done, like personal people, as people, how many things that we have done, how many damages. So this is changing everything in our mind. It's changing from our cities all the way to our town. And we can take it at personally, this is a time of change. This is an age of change. We cannot pray to the Mother Earth, oh Mother Earth, please stop. God, stop doing this. I am saying to Mother Earth, or to God, whatever you call it, thank you for doing all this. This is required. We needed this. We have done a lot. It is time for you to rest. It is time for you to regenerate. And this big call is to go home, because we are in home. Everyone is at home right now. We are sent in our homes. So the animals also can be in their homes, because we have been in their homes. So it's time for us to be in our homes, to be conscious about what is going on, what we have been doing on all these times. So this is required. If you go out there, how many birds? I hear a lot of birds. I am in nature now. So if you see for example, in Cacao, the ancient temples in Cacao, there was like hundreds or thousands of visitors enters there every year to visit the ruins. And of course there's wild animals, because it's in the big forest, big jungles in Guatemala. There's no wild animals who are coming on the temples. But now with no people going there visiting, now the wild animals are coming to visit there. There are wild tigers. There's many different kinds of monkeys and birds are going there visiting and being captured by the cameras. So it is getting there.
Wow.
If you go there in different places, also the water is cleaning. Lake Atitlan, if you can go and see there, it's calmed. We have been interfering all these frequencies, all these energies of this nature. That's why it's polluted. It's polluted. That's why we have to burn more incense. Our charcoal just went off. So anyway, so all this process, it's required for the humans. We are sent to our home so we can make peace, so we can clean our home. Our home is our heart. Our home is our body. This is the home of God. So if we are here, it means we are alive. So since we are alive, we have to put in order our bed. We have to fold our sheets every morning. We have to bring discipline. We have to create a routine so we can create all this world again. We can begin with our habits, but let's leave the old habits. Let's regenerate. Let's regenerate with the rhythm of nature. The nature, it has been cleaning. It has been regenerating the power. It has been regenerating all these energies. So once we have made the peace and organized well our home, so we can go out there. So we can go out there when our homes is organized, because the world, the nature, it's ready for you. So we will go there. So we're not forcing. We will be in our home all the time it's possible, until the message says we are allowed to go out there. Then we can join again. But all this is required. We cannot fight it. We cannot tell to the rain to stop it. It's rain, you cannot change it. So you have to learn the way how to adapt. You find a big rock you're building, you cannot break it because it's not yours. You're just renting it, you're just using it. So you must go with the flow of nature. You don't force it, like nature doesn't force.
Yeah.
You just grow.
It's beautiful. All about like regrounding and letting Mother Earth regenerate is so powerful, and yeah, it's like a big awakening. I'm curious what you think, maybe, because I know Mayan calendar works in cycles of 13, so do the years, right? Like we went from the 7 to the 8, and there's something about the higher numbers as you get to 13. What does that kind of mean as we kind of move through the following years? We get to a higher octave each year.
Our world, our energies are not going to die or going to end. There's only ending the life of humanity. This world is getting changes and changes and changes. While the hurricane and all the storms comes in, it gets better. And also these numbers that you're speaking about, it's getting better.
Yeah.
They're not going to get higher, they're just going to get better. Like, how is your energy? How is your personality? The more you study, the more you do things, the more you change. You don't grow, you don't get higher. You just get better. You get a better life. So that's what it happens, and we have to get better. And there are two things you can watch from it. There's a knife, and the knife is very good for cutting vegetables. If you use it to attack, also it's a good tools for that. But what are you attacking? What are you cutting? What are you killing? Maybe you say, I'm going to kill the negativity. So I think there's nothing that is negative. There's just things are not in place where it's supposed to be. I think negativity is not such a word, such a thing, because we use things wrongly, not placed in the right place. So anyway, I'm going to begin with the day of today. So today is the number 3. Today, the number 3 means, or the power is the action. Action, it means the number 3 represents the 3 stones on the kitchen of a Mayan woman. In the old times, there's no like a stove, there's no metal thing, such a metal thing, and decorated with beautiful things. That's fancy now. But before, big rocks like this, like the head size. So there are 3 in on the fire. So you put the wood to make it bigger, to flame the fire, and then you can get your clay pot on top of it because it's perfect size. What happens if you put 4? 4 doesn't work. 2 doesn't work. It works only 3, like the trilogy. So 3, it's the number of the woman. Number 3, it's the 3 pillars that connect our vital life. So number 3, it's the ancient numbers to do now, brings us to action. So this time is not leave for tomorrow or leave it for yesterday. It's to do it today. It's the now time. So we are on Tzi. Tzi, firstly, it's represented by the dog. It's the animal. You were like listening all the noise here about the dogs. The dogs are a celebration. So or fighting sometimes. So, but they give us security. So this day it brings us security and also brings insecurity. So this energy represents the dog, the loyalty, the unconditional love. Maybe you have gone for 3 days or 1 week, and you have left your dogs. Your dogs, when he hears the clicks of the keys, they're getting at your door. It hears and it goes. It begin to jump. It doesn't ask you like where you have been and why you haven't left. It doesn't beat you. It's happy, so it gives you welcoming to your home. So this energy of a dog invites you to be into love, then like nothing has happened. This energy, it's also the justice. There are two justice. There's are two judgments, two laws like cosmic law and world law. You can call that. So this energy helps us to do the right things, to be loyal, to commit with what you have said, with what you are, with who you are. This energy, it is the authority energy. So this energy is to be strong with yourself, but that does not say that you have to be weak or you have to be strong. Your challenge for this day is the pride. This energy today invites you to stay strong with yourself, to be the right things, to do the right things in your life, to be honest, to be loyal, to commit what you have said, not to assume, not to have your favorites, to do what you are with yourself. To have your favorites like, I prefer this one and this one I rejected. No, it's to be who you are. If you're rejecting or if you're loving, you're being loved or you're rejecting yourself. So this day of today helps us to remember to do the good practice. To do the good practice, but always respect the places where you go, because this energy invites us to respect the borders of the lands of other people, not to steal the lands or just a piece just for your convenience, to have your straight wall without having permission. Remember, we are under authority. We have God. We have the police here. We have the government here. So we have to respect what does the government says about. If you are in your home, you do not do like whatever you want to do for your convenience. You have authority. You have your teachers. You have your children. So what is this energy speaks about? It's about teaching to us how to be right with ourselves, not lose your power because of your authority, because you're a teacher, because you are this or you're that. You can take advantage of that energy and do whatever you want. It's not like that. We have our consciousness. Our consciousness gives us feedback. Are you good when you're doing that? Are you feeling good when you're doing that? When you're a teacher, doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want. You can do over whatever you want. No, you have your authority. Everything is under a Lord, like we have the Lords of each day. So the Lord of each day says to us that this is what's good for today. If we do that, if we accomplish with all these lords, with all this energy, it means we are in the rhythm of life. We are in the rhythm of nature. So, Tsi energy, it's the cosmic laws. So this energy gives us many minds, many little minds, many monkey minds that judge you a lot, or you judge over other people. So this energy speaks to us. Stop judging yourself. Stop comparing yourself with other people. When you judge yourself, you extinguish yourself. You're turning the volume of your light down. Stop judging yourself. Stop manipulating other people. This is your day, the day that you stay strong. This is the day that you stay in celebration with yourself. And also these days, sometimes that you are pleasing other people. You're paying other people. You're making food for other people to stay with you. I'm not saying that you don't do that, but you can celebrate from which place you are giving things, from which place that you're sharing things with other people, from a place of lack or from a place of abundance. So this energy invites you to stay truthful with yourself. What you're feeling when you're doing this. When you're a teacher, when you're a child, respect your authority. The authority of your home is your parents. The authority, if you're a student, is your teacher. So respect. Also respecting your authority and wear your mask these days.
Yeah.
So this day invites us to love ourselves. Invites us to be, to have the unconditional love, to connect yourself with that divinity, to connect yourself with that unconditional love, to stop judging yourself, to stop judging other people. Your life is a gift. And love, we call it, I love English. This is why I love English, because you put like DOG, today is the dog day, and today is the GOD day. So today is the unconditional love, which is God. You feel God in your heart. So stop judging yourself. So this is the day that invites us to be loyal with yourself. So this day, it contains all this energy of. So this day gives us guilt. To maintain the guilt on your shoulder. Stop guilting yourself. Stop carrying other people's stuff. Stop carrying other people's burden. It's not your fault. Forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself helps other people to heal. Helps other people to be free. So, free yourself. Put this burden down. Do it for love. You're not helping other people by taking their burden. Helping other people is to let them to go through their burden, to take their stuff. And sometimes it becomes their offerings in their life. So let them have their offerings. Why are you disempowering other people by taking their stuff, by taking their burden? Maybe they need to build muscles. So maybe they need to gain experience is the thing, not to build muscles, but to gain experience. Let them do that. Be free with yourself. Oh, but I am so humble. I love God and I want to help other people. I have so much compassion by helping other people. Let the people to go through it. Let the people to go through it, to go through that painful process. We all need it. When you were born, you didn't born just because you are a child of God and you were everything you had in there. You brought a piece of bread that when you were born. No, you come here to feel the hunger. You come here to feel the sacrifices. You come here to feel thirsty. You're here to receive the heat and the cold. So you stay strong. But release all the guilt. So this energy, what I'm speaking about is the bee energy. So bring the energy of the honey, bring the energy of the wild bees to bring you this golden nectar for your heart. When you heal other people, when you forgive other people, you're giving back their nectar, you're giving back their sweetness back. In our language, we say kinkush or kikushlas means that you're giving back the sweetness, you're creating happiness. Ki is sweet. So you're giving back their sweetness. You're giving back the sweetness that they have lost in their life. When you forgive other people, it heals the world. You heal yourself. Because if you're not forgiving other people and you're only judging these people, you have been dragging other people. You have been dragging yourself and you're suffering and you're making other people to bleed. You're making other people to be dragging with you. Not to be dragon, it's to be drag. So cut all these connections that you don't need. Give the happiness to this person and rescue the happiness that you must have and live in abundance with. It's a beautiful energy of Ahmak.
Wow. Such beautiful information about the energy today, and really feel resonant with so much of that, like coming through is need to release more, need to relax more. And in these times when there's so much transformation, it's like we let go of the past and let everyone free. The sweetness flows. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And today, because this energy, with just one energy, it's compuesto. It's made by all these 8 other energies. So this energy also, the Tihash energy, jumps in, which is the destiny of this day. So it brings us the energy of the knife. We were speaking about the knife earlier. So it's the energy of the knife. Where's the intention you have when you have the knife in your hands? You have the power of healing. You have the energy of the scissors. Tihash. Tihash, it's this. The obsidian. So the obsidian blade, it's a black rock. It's a black knife. But it has this beautiful reflective reflection. So you see yourself through that knife. You see yourself through that darkness. In darkness, in your pain, in your struggle of being lost, create the light there. Create the flame. Believe in yourself. You are your own darkness. You are your own minded. You are your own lost. And your energy. Thank you, Blackbird. So this energy helps us to understand that no one will rescue from that place. No one will rescue from there if you do not let yourself to rescue. If you don't let yourself to get up. It's time to cut. It's time to release. Release it. Heal it. to cut these connections. What you don't need anymore. The tihash, it's separation. Separate. See the habits. What you have been, keep doing it. What your mind is programmed with. What's your old habits that you have been keeping doing it? This quarantine, it's a very good time to see and to read what you have been doing all these days. What you can change. Day number 1, like we have been in quarantine. Like day number 1, what you have done, what you have been doing. This is the time. Tihash reminds us that this is the time to watch, to pay attention precisely, like the sharp of the knife, precisely what are we releasing, what are we transforming, what are we leaving behind? Are we leaving behind with peace? Are we leaving behind with anger? Are we resent with it? All this energy can be manipulated. All this energy can be used against yourself. Ask to this Lord, Tihash, to release you. This can be like a physical rock, or can be a bundle of herbs. You can clean. You can bath with the herbs, with healing herbs. I was speaking about that. I would like to do that today. So this energy will help you to bath you with purity, with this energy, to cleanse your energy, to relieve, to leave what you have been practicing, what you don't need anymore. So use the energy of Tihash, the blade, to release things that you don't need anymore. You have been dragging. You have been helping this energy wonderfully to help this energy alive. Be the light. We were speaking like in between words. What is if you have light and I bring the light, we create more light. What if I have no light and I take your light? I am making less light. What if I bring you gossips? What if I tell you lies? If you are in positive energy, you are going to contaminate me with good energy. But what if you are in low vibration? I'm going to give you the low vibration. So get up of all that mess. Get up, get out of that mess. Create more light, create more good positive things rather than creating darkness. Be positive. Even if it's dark out there, but be positive. Even if you're alone, be good. Release this old habits of lies. Release this old habits of gossips. Release this chain. Even everyone does it. That doesn't mean like it's good. Even if it's the only one person it practices, that doesn't mean it's wrong. This is good energy. What is truthful with yourself? What it connects you with God? What it connects you with your spirit? Are you happy doing that? Are you happy? Are you in conscious? Are you using your mind, your eyes, your sense, your words, and see, examine, test, and ask, am I doing it right? Am I doing wrong? What things I need to release? What things I don't need in my life? What things I don't need anymore? What I need to release? What things I need to release? So release the darkness. You have the healing in your hands. You are an unconditional love. You are a child of God, and you must be in yourself. No one can judge you, only the mind, only yourself. You judge it all the time. You compare yourself. Oh, because I'm not doing it right, I'm not doing it enough, so I must do it. Where's the rush? If you're not rushing, no, I'm just kidding. If you're, what is the rush? What's the hurry? What's the hurry? And take your time. Connect with the rhythm of time. Connect with the rhythm of the Mayan calendar. This rhythm of the Mayan calendar, there's a purpose for every time. How are you doing, Dante?
Yeah, great. Love this information. What you're sharing is so beautiful. Kind of leads well into so you offer readings, and everyone has their own kind of Mayan chart of different signs. So I don't know if you want to share a bit about what the readings are and like how the calendar works and what people might be able to gain from doing a reading with you. And
Yeah. So I do this readings of where I've been speaking, because everyone has different nawal. Everyone has a different of star and moon, and we have born in a specific day in a certain moon, so we can find this and talk about it. I make a chart with different numbers, with numbers that according to where you, what day you were born. So we see what it's the main thing is that you get to know your moon. You get to know your moon. You get to know your Mayan sign. What you have, what you have, what it have happened to you. What you have dealing with in your life, and what you're here to share. There are 3 columns that you see, and all that you can empower yourself. You can know what is your talents, what is your gift, what you come here to share. What are you complaining yourself from? What are you struggling with from the past? That and where it's coming from, and why is it valuable to keep practicing? What is not doesn't worth to be practicing and just only bringing you wasting time. So what is the energy? What is your valuables? Who you are. So you discover your gifts, discover your talents, discover your animal powers, discover what you're good for, what you can create with all these tools that you have. It is available. It's like your ear. It is there all the time. You're born with. You cannot chase it. You can chase it if you want. You can reject it if you want, but it will be there because it's naturally. You can use it or you can reject it, but it's there. It will never leave you. And to know your nawal helps you to value what you are, to value what you have been doing, to validate. I think that's the word. To validate what you are, what you have been doing, to empower, to be good at what you're doing already, to connect profoundly, to connect with the spirit of a certain gift that you're doing already, to connect you with that particular spirit. So to connect you with that place. So it's a beautiful thing. So I have been doing all these years, and where again people say that it has changed their life. It has helped them to find their path, to find their mission in life. So I guess it's a beautiful thing.
It's a very beautiful thing. Yeah, I had a reading with Izaias a couple weeks ago, and there's just so much wisdom in there, and he's definitely channeling as he does it, just with that deep connection with these energies you've worked with for so many years. It's like this information comes through, and for me, it was like a lot of validation and a clear, like, it just spoke so clearly, like the journey that I've been through, especially because you have like there's 9 positions in the chart and some coming from the past, the material and the spiritual side, and it was just so on point, and it made sense why I came in this specific way to go through the challenges that would then become my strengths. And then with these aspirations, like I have a lot of desire to write, to be creative, like that's a lot of what's moving through me, and that's in my chart as well with that bot's energy, and just kind of hearing how he interpreted that energy really helped me to kind of own my own creativity and bring a lot more balance into my life. So I really recommend his readings, and I will, if you're watching live, I'll put a connection in the comments and in the description later where you can get his email and Facebook and everything. And if you're watching the recording, it should already be there.
Yay.
Yeah.
So let's continue. There's more.
There's more?
So let's speak about the wind. The wind jumps
The wind.
in. The wind, beautiful energy, the wind. El viento que viene de las montañas, especially in this place where I am right now. We are like in the middle of beautiful trees, giant trees, and it's amazing. So that's how nature is. I am very inspired by the nature. So, wind. Wind is one of the four bears, 4 guardians, 4 kings of the years, 4 bears that governs the years. Yes, next year will be 9 wind. So yeah, 9 wind. So it will be that energy. Anyway, so this energy 9, so it's the birth, as the conception of this day. So the wind is the breath of God, is the breath of the Spirit. The Spirit gives us this energy to make ourselves to be alive. All the creatures and all the living things, living beings, helps us. The wind helps us to connect with ourselves, connect with that beauty, connect with that innocent, connect with that spirit, connect with that sweetness. It's represented by the hummingbird. The hummingbird, it is considered as the messenger of God, because it's pure energy. This energy helps us to connect with our sweetness, with our innocence, with our childhood. What is the energy that you have been ignoring? That you say it's so feminine. The energy of the nature, it's so feminine, of course. Even that we are a big person, a big man, we all come from nature. We all come from the beauty of the woman. We all come from that sweetness. So this energy helps us to connect with who we are, with what we are, with what we can create. So this energy of Ip helps us to materialize what we dream, materialize what we want, materialize what we would like to create, what we would like to find, what is our goal. This energy also gives you imaginations. Jump into your dreams, jump into your reality. Materialize with details, with what do you want to materialize. The materializing what you don't want to have around you. What is your obstacles? What is not letting you to see? What is the clouds that is not letting you to focus? This energy of the wind helps you to materialize the beauty that you have. helps you to materialize your reality. What you have been avoiding, what is not letting you, what is the buzzing things that has been blocking your view, your eyes. Raise up your energy. Connect with that sweetness that you have. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. Other people. Stop guilting other people. Other people are not, it's not their guilt of your prosperity. Other people are not guilty of the shame that you're feeling. The shame comes from somewhere else. That come from the roots, come from the earth, come from the very deep roots. Because we are in the wind, we are in the air now. The air, it's the air, it is the holds the flower. The flower is in the air, but all what you have, I just described it, come from the roots. Release this shame, release this guilt, this heaviness. It's not time to complain. It is time to fly. It is time to enjoy. It is time to be in the present moment. It is time to bring your purpose, the purpose that what you want. Instead of you're complaining about what you didn't do yesterday, instead of like you're not finding the reason of your mind, that your mind is being so playful like the monkey. It's playing with you. It's taking you attention. It's taking you focus. It is time to focus. It is time to direct your energy. Help other people by focusing on your project. Help humanity to focus on their projects when you focus on your projects. Stop complaining. Stop finding guilties or guilters. Help humanity to find their beauty, to connect with their mother, to connect with their grandmother, to connect with their innocence, with their spirits, to connect with that hummingbird, that sweet bird. Connect with your sweetness. You've forgotten about it. You only have been like finding your complaints. You only have been finding the shame inside of you. Find where's your beauty, where you have lost it, where you have to who you have given to, who took it from you. What is making you wait? Where's your weight? And your weight is on the floor. It's maintaining you to be in low vibration. That's why we have the hash to cut, the scissor to cut. So cut all this. Bring your nectar. Bring your sweetness. Connect yourself. The solution of all problems is not by killing the symptoms. The plant, when it has a disease, is not on the leaves. It is in the roots. So find the root of the problem. Go with your mother. Go with your grandfather. Go with your great-grandmother and see their histories, their stories. And stop guilting yourself. You're only the flower. You're only fed by the moon and the gods, and the sun, the clouds, the climate. You're only that. You're not the problem. You are the sweetest child. You are this young sprout. And your task is to enjoy. Your task is to provide abundance of joy, of happiness, of sweet honey to other people's. That's what is your task. And help other people to find that inside of them. let other people to shine from that. Instead of creating more problems, instead of creating more vulnerability inside. Help them to rise their energy, help them to rise their vibration, help them to rise and find that innocent child that they have inside. It's not your guilt. It's no one's guilt. You can decide if you stay there, or you can decide to fly like a hummingbird.
Mm-hmm.
So we have another one energy called Kat. This energy, it is on the right side of this of Tzi. Kat creates us traps, creates us energy of the energy of being trapped, creating a mess. Stop controlling other people. Do not control other people. Control your mind. Control your emotion. Control yourself. This is why we have authority. Today's the day of the authority. So maintain your authority energy. Do not get weak. Do not get stronger than is not needed. So this energy makes you to be in your place. Do not lose your patience. Do not lose your sweetness when you're strong. There's needed to be strong. It is needed to be wild sometimes. But also, there's time to be sweetness. If you're too sweet, you're taken advantage of. If you're too strong, you're scaring people. I think that's why a good way to be a police. So, this energy asks you to remove all the obstacles. When you move the obstacles, you connect with yourself, you connect with your harvest. And this is the energy of the net. When you catch fishes, you have the purpose to catch fishes. You have the energy of to harvest your corn, your beans. So you carry a big bag made of maguey. So don't lose it. Put it in one place. Don't be your distraction. If you put it somewhere there, it can pull your legs, or you can be trapped on your trap, on the trap. Don't create your own trap. So don't create a mess for other people. Create abundance for other people. Create them abundance, happiness, results. Feed your community. Feed your children. With what? Feed your family with sweetness, with chocolate now, with corn, with beans, with results, with fruits. This energy helps you to be free, also to be commitment with your community. It's not only being meaning, not only being powerful, but being strong, being healthy, creating good food, creating what is your goal. What is your goal? Your goal is to be abundant. Your goal is to have the strength. Your goal is to help other people to create abundance in their life. So this energy connects us with our abundant heart, where you have lost it? Are you pleasing other people? Are you giving to other people? Connect with yourself. This is the major message, is to connect with yourself, to connect with your being, to connect with the unconditional love. The unconditional love is a free will. It's a free gift. It's given to all of us. Sometimes we have lost it. Sometimes we abuse it. Sometimes we are just let it go. We let it pass. Own it all the time. Own it with yourself. This unconditional love helps you to stay humble, helps you to stay strong. This is a gift. Don't stay weak. Your community needs you. Your family needs you. Your Facebook friends need you. No. Stay strong and be positive. What are you transmitting? What are you giving to other people? It's love. It's justice. Be strong with yourself. In this time, what you're needed to be, what are you needed to be? You need to be positive. You need to be strong for your family. This time, people are getting weaker, are getting losing their power, losing their strength. They're getting in doubt. They are mostly in their homes. I've seen it. I've talked to a number of them. Because this is the time where you can find your sensitivity, when you're more sensitive, where you can lose the patience, where you're stressed all the time at your home in one place all the time. So this is time to stay positive. Of course, see your difference. Of course, see and feel your energy, but mostly stay with yourself. You are a leader of your family, unless if you don't want to be. Unless if you want to be leaded. If you want to be a leader of your community, you must stay strong, stay healthy, protect, think ahead of today, think for tomorrow. God says, do not consume all the food. What you have today. Tomorrow, the children can be hungry. Then you will be angry. No. This energy helps you to stay abundant, to stay positive, do not lose your power. Help other people to do the right thing. Help yourself to be in love. Love your people, love your friends. Stop pleasing. Please yourself. Make love with yourself is to satisfy yourself. Bring happiness, bring joy, bring abundance. Bring lots of tortillas and avocado today.
Delicious.
So this is what it's the day of today.
Beautiful energy and powerful for these times, the energy of this day, definitely.
Are you doing Dante?
Great. Maybe
You want to cover the comments or questions? Is there any questions there?
Yeah. If you have any questions, please type them in. I haven't seen so many questions so far, but I have a question. In the beginning, when you were making the prayer, obviously it was in Mayan. I didn't really understand that much, but you were mentioning some different places that I recognize the names of. Some I've been to. So, what were you doing? Were you kind of like reaching out to those sites, or?
Yes. Thank you for asking. I think I should have covered that earlier. What I was praying to is like, again, when you make this prayer, this is the energy that you want to. This is the energy that you give reverence to. This is the energy that you give. Giving the prayers that you speak to. You're asking your guidance to people who are up there, who are in the mountains, who lives in the mountains, who lives in the canyons, who are Native Americans. I mentioned the Lakota people, Apache, all those different tribes up there, the Teotihuacan, the Popocatépetl, and all those energies up there. They are the guardians of places, and I mentioned the from the South ones and the Europeans ones, and I am speaking to those places. I am asking them to take care of people who are living there, because those are living things, living energies, living beings who are taking care of people. I'm asking their power. I am asking their strength, their love, their protection, their vitality to give to people, to pass on to people, to give them wisdom so they're not forgotten. That in this place of Lake Atitlan, I mentioned the volcanoes and ruins, and to tell them that I am here. We are here. We are praying to you. Please give us the strength. Please, I am asking from this place in Guatemala. I am asking you to give this power to this people to wake up. I'm praying for that white rock that you see in your country. I don't know. For those living things, those living guardians on earth. So this is a language. The native language is a language, a living language of earth that speaks to the spirits, that speaks to nature. It's a lot of rooted things when you say a word. It can mean many things.
Yeah, thanks for speaking to that. It's really beautiful to remember our connection to everything and know that our prayers are heard by all of nature, whether it's here or whether it's thousands of miles away. And just as you were making that prayer, I was feeling a lot of like heart opening and chills kind of moving through my body, like feeling how that energy rippled out. So beautiful.
Thank you.
I don't know if we have any questions. Is there anything else you want to share about before? What is it? It is difficult to find the correct form to be strong and sweet at this time. The sacred fire helps us clean all inside us to bring the correct measure because we can't see our shadows. There's a comment you have. Oh, they connect the spirit through the energy of the craft. Awesome. That wasn't really a question. No, I don't have any questions. Oh, Evan said hi. Thanks, Izaias. Your English is so amazing now. Bless. You remember Evan?
Yes, I do. Hi, Evan.
No, she's still there. Wow. You also have cacao, yeah?
Yes, we do.
Izaias produces cacao in these block forms. It's amazing heart medicine. Wow. I love it.
Thank you. It's a beautiful medicine to open prayer. Now the world is connected with cacao. This is now a cacao world, not world of earth. It's cacao world. So the cacao has come back a lot to this to the presence in all of our society in different types of planets. So cacao, it's a beautiful medicine that connects with all of us, with our heart, with our feelings, opens the doors and gateways to connect with who we are, to connect with that love that we have around, to connect us with God, and to connect with all that, whatever you call it. So this energy of cacao. It's in our hearts now. It's in our world for one purpose. It's reaching out from the forest to rebalance this energy, to rebalance the harmony that we have lost as man with nature, to come back to ourselves. So this is why it's so around in any forms that it comes to you, and in any ways that you have been using. So bring reverence to the spirit of love, bring reverence to this ish cacao that we speak about, that to enter that motherhood, that very warmth, love that comes to ourselves, and invites that in your life when you drink your cacao. Doesn't matter where your cacao comes from, but bring reference. This is bring reference, bring love, and bring prayers to your cacao. Intention. It's a very beautiful medicine. But anyway, we have cacao for sale, and we have been like shipping all these days, and it's helping everyone, helping us, helping you, helping your community. So this is how we spread love around the world.
Yeah.
So I think we have one question.
Yeah.
About, I just saw that.
Is nectar a force that can be either light or dark? And then somebody else, can you talk about emotion? Those are two questions.
Emotions. So you know that. Emotion. It's a beautiful energy, but this energy, it represented by the water. And here I just got some more emotion. Yay, emotion. yes. More water for our life, and more water for humanity, and for all these children. And my big prayer is that we have clean water for all humanity, and food. That's the same. That's my prayer for the world right now. And emotion is a wonderful energy. It represents the water, the rain, the blood, our emotion, our crazy mind, our confusion, our darkness, our up and down energies that sometimes we flow with or we go with, especially when you are a teenager, especially when you are just after 26 years old. This is a very big theme. So emotion, it's a beautiful energy. That energy purifies us. The energy that clarifies our mind. We're confused. We're lost in our mind. So this energy helps us to cleanse, helps us to refresh, helps us to clean, to clear, to wake up in this planet. This is sexual energy. There has to be something with sexual, with development. So this energy helps us to connect with our true essence of life, with our crystalline energy. So this energy is connected with our mind. But this energy especially, we have in between us, that we absorb the energy. We absorb the energy that we have from other people. Maybe you relate with this energy, that you are empathic, that you absorb the energy of other people. So if you're a therapist, so you know this, you may know, or you may develop other ways or techniques how to protect yourself. Not really protecting, but to help to cleanse the energy. We use a lot the water. And guess what? We have some crystals in between the camera and us. We have some emotion energy with permission. We have crystals, so which is represented by emotion, the water. So this energy, whatever we're speaking with, whatever we're doing, it helps us to transform, to transmute all this energy to crystallize. So it helps it to clear it. So if you're a therapist and you're dealing with some dark energy, maintain some water. in front of your conversation, in front of other person, maintain some crystals, or maintain some flames, some candles. It will help us to clear the conversation, the area, the place. So energy of emotion, it's very absorbent. It's very clearing. It's very helping. It has a compassion heart. Likes to help other people. Likes to help. Likes to encourage. Likes to lift up the energy. It's an energy of helping. So that's if I respond to all your questions.
Yeah. Beautiful. Somebody else asks, is the nectar something that can be positive or negative? And then there's another question, if you work with other plant medicines.
Oh, interesting. The nectar, it's for me it's positive energy. For me it's golden energy. The nectar energy. It's happiness, it's joy. For me the nectar is represented by the hummingbird. And the hummingbird for me it's positive. It's golden, it's the messenger of God. When I am speaking here, if there's a hummingbird comes and like, oh, wow, it's like God speaking to me. It's confirming what I'm saying. For now, God hasn't confirmed anything from us.
It was just before you started speaking about nectar, I saw one over there.
Oh, good. So when the energy of hummingbirds come, for me it's the golden energy. It's like the sun energy. The sun liquidify. Is that how you say it? Liquefied energy of God. The honey. For me that's the nectar. So it's the sense of feeling. That's for me. That's the nectar, the sweetness from the flowers, from God's garden. And if I do work with plant medicine,
yeah, other plant medicine.
I'll work with cacao. That's my main medicine. I don't facilitate the ceremonies of other plant medicine, but I assist sometimes. Power plants, teachers. Sometimes I do fire for it, and I help that to assist other people who work with plant medicine, which is, if you're looking forward to that, I cannot help you with that because I don't provide any. I help to assist. So but it's all beautiful. All it connects to connect ourselves with our origin. So every teacher plant gives us the tasks. And you don't do it repeatedly. You do it for a purpose. Gives you tasks and you do that tasks. And then when you need it, then you do it. But my recommendation is not to seek for it. Allow the plant to come to you. Allow the plant to speak to you when it's your time. And this is what have happened to me. When I feel it, it always has come to me when I am in vulnerable feelings. When I really need it, the mother medicine comes to me, or the father medicine, or the children medicine. It has spoken to me when I really need it, and it has been helped me a lot, as it has helped you, many of you.
So also you use tobacco, no, in the ceremonies, like tobacco, copal, and other incense is kind of a plant medicine too, no?
Yes, I do use copal. Those of you that you don't know, this is rush palm. I bring it closer. So this is incense, raw incense. Rush means raw, and we use it to clear spaces and also to bring blessings into your life. It's a very useful medicine, and I use sometimes those bundles of mix plants with put together with the string. So we burn that to cleanse or bless a place. So also you can create your own thing, your own, to put different purposes for it. So you can put more sweet, put more acid. Depends on what you resonates with you. You use everything. It's you put your intention to it.
I don't know if we can answer this question. May I ask you about medical aspect? I'm losing sight. How can I improve my connection to heal my eyes, please? I don't know if that's... I don't know if we have wisdom here, but...
You can, depends what's your issues with, and this can have like many different origins, and I don't know much about it, but depends what you have been consuming, what's your diary, where's your also gives you attention, like to bring your attention on like what you're not focusing on, what has been your distraction, what is fogging your view, what's not letting you to connect with. And also depends what you are. I'm not like a scientist or a thing that it works with eyes, but try with the honey. What's it called? What's it called?
It's a special kind of honey you put in the eyes, right? Also sananga from the Amazon.
Yeah, melipona, miel de melipona. Look for virgin honey, that, or ask the honey expert called miel de melipona. So it's a very good. I put some in my eyes. I use the eyeglass. So sometimes my eyes hurts. I put some in my eyes. It's like sananga. So that really helps to clear it. Also, sananga is a wonderful.
Sananga is a bush from the Amazon that many tribes from that region will put in the eyes in little drops, and it burns very powerfully for 5 minutes, or maybe if it's very strong, 15 or 20 minutes. But then it goes into the nervous system, and it really like clears some things out. It's also known as chirik sanango, and they drink it as well. You can drink it, and it creates this kind of purifying fire that's really good to move away inflammation. But in general, I guess for the eyes, like it's related to the liver, right? So if you cleanse your liver, oftentimes the eyes will heal too. Do we have anything more? No, those are the last questions, so I don't know what time we have.
46.
Okay. Yeah.
146. Yeah, what else we can share in here? Oh, I can share a few words. You will say a lot the word of Maltiosh. Maltiosh, we pronounce it Maltiosh, or some people say Maltiosh, and this word it's say that it means gratitude. We can say utsawach. Uts means good. A means your or yours. Watch means your eyes. Good your eyes. How are you looking? How are you? That's what it means. And you ask, how are you? How are you looking? How are you seeing yourself? And you say, good. I'm doing good. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. I'm doing very good. I am feeling very good, because you see yourself, you feel yourself. So I am doing very good. I'm feeling very good. So it depends on the state where you are. So you can see yourself. If you all the time like you're seeing yourself very good, then you can say you're very light, you're very shiny. because that's the way how you see yourself. That's the way how you perceive yourself. So I was saying that kaskin kush. This expression, the first time when I was heard it, when I read the book of Martin Pertel called Long Life, Honey in the Heart, the book, you can look it on Amazon. It's a wonderful book. It speaks about how he sees the world and how he was like received in the Tzutukil Pueblo de Santiago Atitlan. So you can look in there. It's a wonderful book. So anyway, so it speaks about the honey in the heart, means you have sweetness in your heart. That's what really means, like you have sweetness in your heart. It's that you're happy. When you have the sweetness in your heart, it says that ki nu kush means ki means sweet, nu my heart, mine kush is heart. So like we say a lot, yeah, rukush means the heart. Like we say rukush ka, then it means the heart of the sky. So when we say rukush uleh means the heart of the earth. So rukush, so akush, nukush, akush, kikush, kakush. So it's those words are very meaningful, and kush is the essence, is the heart. So when you have sweetness in your heart, means you're happy, means you have the sweetness in your heart. So that's what it is.
Wow.
Where's the last energy that wants to speak? Some leadership. We covered leadership. We have yes, we have anil. So anil. Oh, we didn't speak about. We spoke a very little bit about anil. So what you're going to do this these 13 days that we are we are 3 days off of it, so we have 10 days to go. So this trecena, this moon of 13 days, what you can do is this what you can do this day is that every day to appreciate yourself, to appreciate how abundant you are. It's abundance. It's abundance. It's seeds. Also represent the semen of humanity, semen of all the creatures. So it's the energy that you have. You're made out of this energy. It's if you see the glyph, it has the star in it. The star, it reminds you that you are a seed. You are a star. And the star are your brothers and sisters. And the stars, it's yourself. Your energy in this time comes here, lets you know that also other people can shine like you. If you shine like other people, you're helping other people to bring it to the presence of God. You're helping other people to make it bigger, to expand. So let other people to shine. Stop extinguishing. Extinguish other people's light, vibration, your flame. Help other people to be abundant. Is the way how you recognize the abundance that you have in your heart. When you have abundance, do not feel guilty by having it. Many people have this issue with this abundance. When you have abundance, doesn't mean that you're super rich or you have the power over other people. When you're abundant, is because God has blessed you, and empower that to be blessed. Empower that and own that energy. You're being blessed, and help other people to be blessed too. It means you're bringing people in the presence of God to be abundant, like you are being abundant. So this energy of abundance also share to us come from the word en, anil. En means this color, as you're seeing. En means abundance. Means en also means the yellow. En means also it's ripen. It's ready to be picked up, ready to be eaten. When you have anil, means ready to be planted, to be abundant, represented by the rabbit. So anil is the representation of fertility. So this energy, I was speaking about the weakness of this energy. So this energy is time to be humble. It's time to be smaller, to be humble, to have humbleness, to be soft like a rabbit, to be abundant like the eagle. So bring this energy on Anil. Be ready in your heart. Be ready to help other people. Be ready to seed the seeds of your intention. Bring the fruits that is given to you. Bring the seeds. So this is a good trecena if you're planting to make a huerto of your home. Huerto is like a garden of seeding vegetables. So this is a very good trecena to put your seeds, to put your intention to create abundance. So this energy makes you to be abundant. So raise your energy, raise your vibration to other people's life. Help other people to raise their vibration. Help other people to be like the star, like you. You're made out of the star. So Anil, it's the golden energy. So be prosperous. Help other people to be prosperous. When you're prosperous, it means you're blessed by God. And help your people. You don't need to be on Facebook to do that. You don't need to be on Instagram to do that. When you're helping other people, do it from the place of heart. Do it for God. You don't need to show when you're doing it. Do it from the heart. Your heart will compensate. Don't do it because you want to be returned. Don't do it because you want to be given thanks to, being gratitude, being valued, being remembered. You're remembered by earth, by the sun, and the moon. They're not extinguishing. They're helping you to be with yourself. They are opening more abundance. We call it's opening the doors and the windows of heaven to pour the golden liquid of energy for you, to open doors, gateways for you. So empower yourself and empower other people to create their seed, to create their food, to create the abundance.
Mm.
Maltiosh.
Maltiosh.
Yeah.
Feeling the sweetness of that.
Yeah.
Sweetness in the heart, and just, so much wisdom that you've shared today and graced us with. I feel very, want to give you my thanks, and it's just been an honor to be able to share this with you, and
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all of you that you're watching, and I would like to invite for those of you that you have stayed for the whole time. I give a deeper gratitude to you, and I honor you your time. And may all these words helps you to grow. I would like to close this conversation with a prayer, sending out the energy in their way and blessing our days today. Tikon la wasin nishin ha. Lakas kitik nim la haus la yos la ta. Nim la haus matios ke chawan nim la nim la sak. Taka mahu ka nim la haus katsi katso bal. Hadisuni hadishin si ho hadishin ko nim la haus. Akadin may hakin kala nim la haus. Tako shakin si ko shakin so bal. Nim la sak matios ka haus. Matios ke nim la kushka kushutri sin kasliman. Start kasliman me arul kwali dante. So kami araw kwa nimlak inimlak sak nimlak kami araw kwa releasing the easy nimlak inimlak sak gul kaslimat nimlak kinawat ki pusil ki familia nimlak ka kaslimat stan nimlak ki teki dakta kul kwa nimlak kochla nimlak inimlak sak ko praksik parikam nimlak yakas nimlak makpakin makta Tekan kabeh kekalan nimlak makpa Maktakak solonel, maktakak kironel. Tike sak na ikin na chumil ni lasak. Nakhaw nak suts moyew. Makhuyon maktakaka. Maktak chumilal. Malyosin maktak chumil. Malyosin lasak. Malyosin maktakchen maktak abak. Maktak skin. Malyos kachawan maktin lasak. Malyos kachawan makhaw. Parang tokhang kasang ni lakhaw sunya kashawan. Kung baka cacao. Kung baka pom, kung ba nakakaw, ikamong panusultal, ikamong panimlakaw, nukas limat nukawakan, sakat nuka, katukan sa kimulak-nakaw, matiyos ka haw, matiyos ka para libati, matiyos ka prokamati, matiyos ka praksik, matiyos ka prikamnakaw, matiyos ka sulit, matiyos ka
Josh, thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much to Izaias. And this has been such a beautiful sharing. And again, if you guys are wanting to go deeper into connecting with the Mayan calendar, I'm going to put Izaias' contact info here in the comments and description. And you can also contact him about ordering some sacred cacao from these lands. That's a very powerful heart-opening medicine and brings a lot of joy and connection in all of life. And so we've got a lot of wisdom here to live our days with and keep cultivating that great unconditional love and planting beautiful seeds in the rest of this trecena. So thanks again so much, Izaias, and good day to you all, unless you have any last words?
Maltiosh.
Very good.
Thank you, and I'll see
you
you till the next chapter.
Yes. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Adios. How do I do it? Oh.